What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Back today with this week's Cars and Bids auctions. Got a R8 and an S2000 on the front page here, so I'm excited to look at the cars this week. Before I get started, usual disclaimer that none of this should be taken as advice. This is just my 2 cents. So, S2000, R8 Coupe, and an old Land Rover Defender. Let me know if you guys have a preference on Cars and Bids versus Bring a Trailer. I know there's like a little bit of a difference in kind of the types of cars that you end up seeing on both sites. I think Cars and Bids tends to be more maybe mainstream cars, and Bring a Trailer has plenty of those too, but it also has a lot of like exotics or collectibles and etc., which I think can also be unique to look at. I mean, I may just end up kind of bouncing back and forth between the two, but let me know if you guys have a preference. But we have a very clean red S2000 here. I'm guessing it was like repainted or something at some point because it looks way too nice. Gorgeous looking shape. It's really good condition. Let's see what it's at. It's only got 54 minutes left and it's at 27 grand. That's actually not as much as I would have expected for something this clean. Even the interior is like super good condition. I didn't actually, are these push start? It seems way too old of a car to be push start. Maybe they added that, I have no idea. They have to have modified it, but this looks like a fantastic S2000. Only 23,000 miles on this one. Power off operated soft top. .240 horsepower. Let's see if it mentions it here. I guess not. Interesting. You guys let me know if you know what it came with, but that would be news to me. 2012 Audi R8 Coupe. Very nice looking car. I actually like the color scheme on this. I don't tend to love when the air intake on the side, that those panels are silver. I think they look a lot better when they're black, but it matches the wheels, and I think overall the white looks really good. I do think with maybe some different wheels and that blacked out, it would match the rear and the front, like trim and grille and such, look a lot cleaner, but just my 2 cents. Also manual, pretty good condition on the inside for a 2012, and I'm sure these will be going for a pretty penny down the road, considering that they're not going to make them anymore. It's already at $76,000. It only has 9,400 miles on it, which is pretty crazy. Got a CTS-V, supercharged V8, 556 horsepower. We've actually seen a decent number of these, I feel like, whether it's the CTS-V or the CT5V. Got an old 325i convertible. Got an '06 Bentley Continental, only going for 20 grand. Hour and a half left. Always crazy to see. I love these driveways. I don't know how you guys feel about them, but the grass like in between the pavers, I think it can look really nice. And then he has this kind of cheap Bentley on it. That's funny. Got an old Z3 Coupe here. Looks like he has some sort of cage or something in the back, which is interesting. Not sure what the deal with that is. Let's see if he mentioned it. Yeah, this car's called the Clown Shoe. I don't see them mentioning it, which is a little weird, but maybe it's just his thing and he's gonna take it out. it's a net. I think it's a net. Interesting. Going for a 13 grand, hour and a half left. We have a new G87 M2. These are actually selling pretty well. They've already sold over 10,000 of them, I believe. I've said it before, other than this portion here on the front and these portions on the rear, I think it's an amazing looking car. Those things detract from it, but it's still, a nice looking vehicle. The, previous generation M2 was like a super good selling car for BMW, but it kind of seems like this is living up to the hype, at least initially, so we will see. Got the really cool wraparound screen there. It is a manual. 55 grand, hour 45 left, 36 miles, 3,600 miles on it. That's getting pretty close to MSRP, which is interesting considering this is, a car with 3,600 miles on it. Got 2016 Tesla Model X, 2011 M35i, $8,500 only. Wow. Got a WRX, got a Taycan. 2020 Taycan Turbo S. Looks like it's wrapped. Some sort of matte gray. Or, I guess, I assume that was a wrap, but it might not be. I do like those headlights. But not a huge fan of the Taycan. Pretty nice interior. Not the best mileage. Very expensive car. Not crazy fast. Manufacturer buyback. Interesting. 70K, two and a half hours left. Got an old Subaru Legacy. Interesting. It's a wagon. This was a BH model. I believe BE was the sedan models. Which is, these have 250, something like that, horsepower for like a pretty underwhelming car that came out like 25 years ago. So, as much as I hate wagons, they are cool. All-wheel drive, Japanese market. So the steering wheel's on the other side there, you can see. It is automatic. Going for 5 grand. It's got 47,000 miles on it in California. Yeah, you can see the BH there. Neat car, neat car. Got an 07 Carrera S Coupe. Only going for 22 grand. Got an old Land Cruiser. Got an old Corvette, Model 3 long range. Range Rover. Got a Lucid Air. We do not see a lot of these. Very expensive car. I think they raised the price. I think it was like 140 grand originally. Now it's like 155K new, or maybe at the time this came out, because this is a 22. Very neat looking car, super modern. I don't love it, but I think it's neat. Got the nice interior, a lot of screens in the interior here. It does have very nice range. These get like 470 miles. It's like 800 horsepower, which is pretty ridiculous. 65 grand, 3 hours left, 8,600 miles in South Carolina. 800 horsepower. But yeah, very cool car. 469 mile range. I was off by a mile. Old CL63. A lot of old cars, actually. I feel like more than normal. 325i from 89. An very ugly yellowish green color Land Cruiser pickup. That's kind of sick. Got a Shelby GT350, 34 grand, 4 hours left. 323 wagon. Got another expensive, ugly car here. FF, look at that monstrosity. Such a bad looking car. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's 2016 FF. It's going for 110 with a day left, 45,000 miles to New York. I absolutely hate these things. Got another S2000. This one's a club racing model. It does look very cool. I think that club racing is mainly cosmetics, but I think the spoiler looks really nice. It has the hardtop as well. It's a very clean car. Not quite as good of a shape as the other one, but very cool. $23 grand, 1 day left, 67,000 miles. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I would still take this one over the other one. Just looks so nice. We have a Boss 302 Mustang. I don't think we've seen one of these before. These are pretty neat. It's like in between a GT and a Shelby 550 is where like this would lie. It's got like 30 or 40 more horsepower than the normal GT at the time. And it seems like this one has some other modifications, but very in-your-face car. Got some bracing / like roll cages on the inside. Can definitely tell it's like a track-focused interior. He added something on. Very bare bones. $30,000, 25,000 miles. I don't think these get a whole lot of attention, which is kind of interesting because I feel like the Boss 302 is a very unique car. Got an E63 wagon, 4 Series Grand Coupe. Got another 911 Turbo. Pretty basic, but very clean. Really like the spoiler on this car. Blacked out, looks super clean. I like the wheels. Pretty good condition for a 07. It is automatic. Very old infotainment system. Tiny back seats. Going for 60 grand. 56,000 miles in Illinois. Got a 2011 M3 Comp. Nice E92 right here. 1 day left, 12 grand. Pretty cheap. Very cheap for one of these, I feel like. I don't really like this hood that they've put on, but yeah, I mean, I don't love the red either, honestly. I wonder if they did anything under the hood that would necessitate that scoop. Or maybe it came like, I can't even remember. 127,000 miles. Okay, that's probably why. It's in California. Got an old SL600 that actually looks pretty clean. I typically don't like those. 2000 Mazda Miata. Classic. Classic. Oh, what is on the hood? It's abysmal. That's so ugly. And he debadged it. It's kind of a piece of crap. 5K, 1 day left. 130,000 miles. I'm actually surprised it's going for this much considering it's just an NB with high mileage in this thing on the hood. I don't know. I guess the rest of it's in good condition, but got a new BRZ. These look so clean. Absolutely love them. I need to go drive one, to be honest. The back looks so nice. It's just such a phenomenal looking car. These are pretty good pictures too. It is manual. Does seem a little dated on the inside, to be honest, but you're getting it because it's a racing-oriented car, so I don't think you're caring as much about that. It's only going for 23 grand, 1 day left, 10,000 miles. Old Porsche Cayman, 1997 M3, very old car. Don't see a ton of these, I feel like. I don't really like when people turn the color of the fog lights yellow. Yeah, 10K. 2000 M5 as well. There's the G-Wagon that we have to see every video. 2017 AMG G63, 30 grand, 1 day left. Got a 14 Boxster, going for 14 grand. C32 AMG, you do not see a lot of those. Kind of an interesting front end. $3,700. It's got a Kleeman boost kit. I guess that's why the Kleeman tag is on the back. I'm not familiar with them. That is very ugly to me. XLRV. It's going for a lot of money though. Got a 3 Series Touring Wagon Euro spec 1998. Going for 6 grand. Another 05 Lotus Elise. We've seen one of these like the past 4 videos I've made. Going for 25 grand, 1 day left. Same with the NSX. We've seen so many of these lately. I wonder if because they've been going on the site for so much lately, people are just trying to flip them now while they're hot. I was actually in Colorado this past week. Very cool area. I was in Denver and Boulder. Boulder is amazing, gorgeous place. This one is in Denver. 234,000 miles. Wow. And it's at 50 grand, 1 day left. Got a 03 Ferrari 575M Maranello. Maranello is a Ferrari factory town in Italy. Not a huge fan of this car, especially as far as Ferraris go, but 12,000 miles, going for 50 grand, 4 days left. It's in LA. Got a GT. Another Lotus Elise. This one's a little bit newer. 2011 Elise R with only 4,300 miles. It's going for 48 grand, which is a lot. For 4 days left, too. It is an Elise R. Soft top. Pretty good condition. Got a retractable fastback 21 MX5 Miata. Going for 12 grand, 4 days left. Got an S6, 10 grand, 4 days left. Got a 2014 BRZ with a lot of modifications. Looks completely different than it does stock. Interesting move with the tail lights there. They added this portion on, which kind of reminds me of like a Supra. Or honestly, the new BRZ looks kind of like that in the back. This is very interesting. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. The side kind of reminds me of a GTR for some reason. $8,000, 100,000 miles. Wow, 4 days left. 2015 M3, 26 grand, 4 days left. Got an S3, 2015, 5K left, 4 days left. Another WRX. Got a Maserati Ghibli, however you say it. I think I've talked about that before. I talked about the Cybertruck last time. There's another one here for sale. 4 days left, 124 grand. SRT 8 Challenger going for 7 grand with 4 days left. Wow, that's low. I guess it is a 2010. Panamera. A couple Teslas. Macan. 6 Series. Mitsubishi Pajero. I really hate these cars. I don't know what about them. The look of it is just so goofy. A Maybach, 20 grand. It's crazy how fast the prices drop off on these. Very long wheelbase. Let's take a look at the interior. I mean, it definitely looks dated, to be fair, but it's only a 2016. 20 grand, 4 days left, 72,000 miles. Got an R33 Skyline. Pretty clean looking car. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Pretty nice pictures, to be honest. 134,000 miles, 34 grand, 5 days left. It's in San Francisco. S60 Polestar. That's a Volvo's electric vehicle. I actually didn't know it had the Volvo badge on front for some reason. I thought it was just marketed as Polestar. Got a last call edition Challenger. I don't think these are that crazy. I guess it is still a scat pack. I don't know how I feel about the green. Going for 34 grand, only 5K miles. It's in Wisconsin. Maserati Gran Turismo Sport Coupe, 21 grand, 5 days left. Another NB Miata, $4,500, 5 days left. Fisker Ocean Extreme, wow, going for 29 grand, 5 days left. To be fair, Fisker is going under, but this car is more than double that cost new, and this just was purchased last year. It only has 700 miles on it, which is pretty crazy. Cayman. Another old M3 GT500 Shelby, 30 grand, 5 days left. Another S2000. This one's in silver. 04 going for 25 grand with 5 days left. I feel like we've seen a lot of WRXs today. Got an E-Ray Coupe. This is Corvette's hybrid C8. I mean, honestly, it looks extremely similar to a normal Corvette, but it has the V8 and then an electric motor. Looks brand new. 500 miles. It's in Georgia. Combined 655 horsepower. 117 grand, 6 days left. That's going to go for a pretty penny. Isn't that a different car brand? Why is that a Chevy? I thought that was a brand that started with like a P. This is gonna drive me crazy. 415 horsepower. Let's see if anyone commented about it. Is it Holden? Is that the car brand I'm thinking of? I don't know. I'll look it up after. Nothing too crazy here. Buick Regal. Someone debadged it, that's funny. Another old M5. 340i from 2018. I do like these. Only going for 15 grand. It's actually not too bad. Debadged. Does look clean. Manual. Pretty good condition actually. For 6 years old. Only 15 grand, but there is 66,000 miles on it. Oh, I guess this was not an M. Yeah, it would be, right? Oh, I'm kind of confused. Maybe they did. Maybe it worked differently on the last generation. I can't remember. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know if you want to see Bring a Trailer videos or just cars and bids. And I'll see you next time. Peace.